The company I am choosing for the retailer audit is a store of my father, Andy Bleeden, and his business partner, Jack Mathis, in Louisville called Work the Metal. It started as a home furnishing store selling furniture and drapes in about 800 square feet of the Butchertown Market, but has since expanded to about 20,000 square feet of the Butchertown Market and sells clothes, novelty items, includes a soap-making factory, wine bar, and chocolate bar, along with many other items. The purpose of this project will be to explain how Work the Metal has grown and to give some feedback on what it could do to become a more successful store. The store is located at 1201 Story Avenue in Louisville, Kentucky, in a neighborhood called Butchertown, from the Swift processing plant across the street from the Butchertown Market. The Butchertown Market is an 85,000 square foot commercial building owned by my father with retail stores, advertising agencies, soy sauce manufacturers, attorneys, bars, and much more. The retail experience for shoppers begins right when the customer walks into the building, and directly to the right is the beginning of Work the Metal's approximately 20,000 plus square feet and 5 rooms of merchandise. The retail experience can go on beyond Work the Metal, but the first thing the shoppers encounter is Work the Metal. The location of the Butchertown Market has been gentrifying quickly. It used to be an untouchable neighborhood ridden with run-down buildings and crime, but has now turned into a hub of neighborhood activity, restaurants, shopping, a state-of-the-art brandy distillery, numerous art fairs, and a pig slaughtering plant. It is a beautiful place to have a business, but the Swift processing plant can be odoriferous and off-putting at times. The store is very Victorian industrial on the outside. The building is old and the facade is all red brick, which makes for a very comfortable setting. There are tons of windows throughout the whole building, which let in a lot of natural light. When you walk inside the building, the decorations are very modern but warm. The displays are laid out to give the shopper space but draw their eye to everything it can. There are 0 doors when walking through Work the Metal. The lack of doors helps the rooms flow from one to the other and not stopping the energy of the shoppers. The entrance of the store is after you walk in. The entrance of the store is after you walk in the door to the building. Walk forward a few steps, and then to the right is a big archway and a mural of a pig on the wall to your left. A very neighborhood-friendly and immersive environment to start your shopping experience. People enter the store in a singular location, but as the store goes on, the paths split and people are attracted to different sections. People start in the main room and then either split off to the middle room, which is the kitchen/cooking, or the back room, which is Kentucky-based items, men's apparel, accessories, and the baby section. From the middle room, you can keep going straight past the soaps and body care into the women's clothing section, or you can keep right and enter the furniture/home goods room. To the right of that room is the wine bar, where many shoppers can buy wine and drink as they shop. Many shoppers beeline for the wine bar before they start to shop at all. From the baby section, you can take a left and to your immediate left is the chocolate bar, and straight through that is the women's apparel. The displays are very attractive, but the store is laid out to where if you know what you're looking for, you can find it immediately. But if you're just browsing, you can stay in there for hours. The aisle size is adequate for about 2 people to pass through in opposite directions, but it does not do so well when there are more than 3 people in the exact same area. The displays are big and leave space for the aisle and the customers, but when the store gets too packed, it causes problems. The furniture section of the store has very wide aisles and has a more open feel, but the front room has many displays that divide the sections into aisles. At opening, the store isn't quite as busy, but as the day goes on, people start to come in more frequently, and as the store fills up, people have to utilize the large space more effectively. During the Christmas shopping season, the store is somewhat of a frenzy. 4 registers are open at different locations of the store just to keep things moving properly. There are anywhere from 200 to 500 people in the store at one time and are all rushing to find the perfect gifts. The customers regularly do not get in each other's way, but when the store is crowded, it is hard to keep your personal space intact. The demographic of the store is mostly all women, probably around 80% buy a gift or party favor right before attending the event. Many shoppers come along and spend a long time perusing everything and taking their time through the store. You not really see many people leaving with nothing at all, as the store makes you realize you need something the store has, even if it's just a novelty gift. The Instagram page of Work the Metal tends to target a large female demographic because a huge seller of the store is jewelry. The majority of people I see in Work the Metal is a Caucasian demographic, but it's not a huge majority as you see every race shopping in the store at all times. The store, while it does well with what it has, could really improve sales if it marketed to husbands that come with the wives that are shopping. There is a section of stuff for men, but if they really exploit that, and make it sort of a playpen for the married men to stay in and shop around while their wives are shopping. They could end up making a lot more money on that. The store is pretty free of signs and directional information. Work the Metal is all about the shopping experience and lets the customer pick their journey instead of mapping out where they should go. That is another reason why the layout of the store is so open, so the customers can bounce from room to room and back again whenever they want without feeling like going against the flow of traffic. The store does have a lot of artwork on the walls, which gives it a homey feel, and they are all for sale. So if something really pops out at someone, they can just take it off the wall. I don't think they could improve with the signage, and I wouldn't add any signs to the current design. Work the Metal has a very high involvement in the Butchertown and honestly Louisville community. It is a very tight community, and everyone at least knows of Work the Metal and don't associate it with anything poor. The trial through merchandise at Work the Metal is about as high as it can be for a retail store. All the stuff is on shelves to touch or put on. There are a lot of sample products when it comes to candies and body products and chocolate samples. They also have an embroidering machine and have some samples out to show what the machine can do. The Butchertown Market is a huge building, and there is a bourbon barrel soy sauce distillery in the warehouse along with the Cellar Door chocolate factory. Work the Metal, Bourbon Barrel Foods, and Cellar Door could partner together along with other willing vendors in the building to start a tour that offers samples and have the tour end in Work the Metal. The parking lot has always been an issue, but Swift allows people to use the lot right across the train tracks, which is around 150 spaces. For the use of the Butchertown Market, which really helps with the parking situation because the Butchertown Market has around 20 spots. The store exterior is beautiful and well kept, which helps draw customers in. And the signage before entering the store are very local, and there are 2 murals by professional artists within the side of Work the Metal, one of which is on the Butchertown Market itself. The interior of Work the Metal is pristine, always smells good, either from the scented candles or chocolate being made, and there is music throughout the entirety of the store that makes people want to buy stuff. The employee service at Work the Metal is exceptional and hold themselves to a high and standard. They come in dressed stylish, professional, and ready to help. The store is always as clean as it can be, and employees make rounds during the day to pick up, drop merchandise, and rearrange displays to keep them orderly and attractive. The light is bright but not abrasive. The sound system keeps music at a listenable but not distracting volume. The temperature is cool but not frigid. There are many scents that are all enjoyable at different parts of the store. The lighting fixtures are very modern and chic. There are 4 registers located all throughout the store. 1 register remains open at all times, and the others are open when necessary. The main register is in the first room, and the line usually goes by pretty fast, but sometimes people will wait in the line for 10 to 20 minutes. The employees are as fast as they can be, but what holds up the line is the free gift wrapping they offer, which most people take advantage of. Work the Metal could really improve on keeping the line going smoother. The most critical areas in which the store could improve would be the parking, flow of cash registers, and possibly making the aisles in the front room larger, and even quite expanding the store to another room and to add a few thousand square feet to make the area a bit less congested during the busy season. The better parking would provide a more relaxed start to shoppers' experience and provide a shorter walk to and from the entrance of the store. The faster checkout at registers would make people's ending experience with the store much more enjoyable, and people would be walking out of the store with a better view. And increasing the aisle size of the main room would make entering the store seem less restrictive, and even though it might take away some of the merchandise, it will help the flow of the store and overall experience.